Adam, obviously not a great result. Terrible result, really. The group's looking difficult now. What did you make of that tonight?
I'd say we were outclassed, but really you could change that too. There was one class team there today, and they needed to use about half of their class to get past us today. It's a walk in the park.
Is that the frustrating thing there? Like, you're not. They didn't even have to get. They were quite sloppy, really, at times. They didn't even put us to the sword, but they were just so comfortable. We didn't put them under any pressure whatsoever.
We didn't. I mean, they what first to second gear, first half. Juve, literally. Everyone knows if you're going to take an Italian team down, you do something different that they're not used to. Give them a bit of Premier League, a bit of pace, get at them, get about them. So we come out, decide to play exactly the same way they do against a team who are used to winning every week, who've got class players everywhere. Any one of them players can take a ball at their feet and do something with it. Confidence all over the pitch. We didn't even press them. We didn't get anywhere near them in the first half. It was like a shit first half, and then a not so shit second half, and that's
overall shit. Yeah.
Overall shit.
What is that? Is that instructions from Mourinho? You look at how they set up. It was like the first half against Chelsea. Let this team have it. We'll just sit in our half. Is that clear instruction from him not to press, or are the players not carrying out his instruction? I know it's difficult to say, but what's your gut feeling on that?
For me, Mourinho's literally saying we're not pressing when he plays Lukaku up front, because the guy, I mean, you see him second half, to come on for the second half, he had to sprint on because he was 5 minutes behind everyone coming out from the break. You know what I mean? He's fucking, and he's on the halfway line then getting ready to start the game, and he's panting then. Someone's got to tell me what's happened to that guy. I mean, he used to get away with it because of his stats, his goals. That was what kept him going. But I think that's 8 games now with nothing. Yeah. So you look at what else he brings, which is absolutely jack shit. You basically might as well kick a ball against a brick wall, it'll be more effective, because at least you know where the ball's going to go. Well, Lukaku, it's here, there, everywhere. He's got no control.
Why do you think Jose always plays him? Like, even last year, I remember the only game I think he missed was when he had that concussion that time when he came off. Then we had Everton next game, he didn't play, but even though he was fit, like, he just plays all the time. How would you change it?
There was no way to change it tonight up front, really, unless he wanted to go with 2. You could have just played Martial and Rashford as a 2 to change it up, but Lukaku has to play, obviously.
No substitutes coming on, Fred on the bench, young Chong there, I know it's a big event for him, but he didn't even try to change it, didn't try and change the shape, nothing changed, nothing.
No, I'd be interested to see what he says after that there, because he's going to come up with some excuse there, and to be honest, that tonight was all pretty much down to him. I mean, they've got to have gone out with some instructions there in the first half, and it's like, carry on some momentum from Chelsea's second half. I mean, it's not like we're playing class football. And
it's the same team on the pitch. Same team on the pitch that finished against Chelsea, that played against Chelsea, and you can see that how we can play when the reins are off, but we just can't do it consistently. Never.
Yeah, but we say the reins are off. Even when the reins are off, it's just like schoolboy football. We're just going hell for leather. There's no structure to it at all. It's like we've not got a plan going in there. It's like, right, we're up against it again. Let's wait to go 1 or 2 down and then just go and play some football and see what happens. Second half there, we come up against, I think we talked about it after the Newcastle game, papering over cracks. Against Newcastle, that worked. That's not going to work against them.
We did say that when we play against better opposition, it doesn't work.
Bonucci and Chiellini are just like that there. Lukaku, right, who are we going to take out now? Right, let's go for the nearest threat. Pogba can't do everything on his own in midfield. Let's go take Martial out the game. There's 3 men on Martial, and that's us. Done. Rashford's not having the best of time at the moment. Time on his side, maybe he'll come good, but he's not got much confidence. Martial is our only other threat apart from Pogba. Pogba's the only one taking anything forward from midfield. But there's only so much you can do, and when Martial's out the game, you can see I didn't see Pogba play 1 ball to Lukaku tonight. It says it all.
You think they don't trust him as it is?
He's his best mate. Yeah, right. Well, I mean, he's looking on the pitch there. He's looking at his best mate, and he's not even passing it to him. There's plenty of times there from where I was stood that Lukaku had a ball there, and Pogba's just not even giving it him, because he's thinking, where else is it going to go from there? Pogba's having to think 3 or 4 passes ahead, or 3 or 4 mistakes ahead of what he's going to do before he makes a move forward. So Pogba's stuck in the middle. Matic next to him.
He had a poor game today, Matic.
He's been poor all season, to be honest. He's treading treacle. He played better at centre half, to be honest, Matic, because going forward, in defence, second half, Lindelof, Smalling, they nullified their attack. But like we said at the start, they were only in second gear anyway. So it says
that's the thing that hurts most. Under the lights. Just before kick-off, the fans did their part. The Champions League anthem rings around, and everyone kind of that's what you do as a fan. You forget about the crap that's been going on. You get behind the boys, and they were loud, they were vocal, and it's like we just fall flat again because what we're seeing, we're not seeing virtually anything. Not that the pressure was really off, but is the heat back on Jose now?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, going off subject again there, it said it all really, because when these European fans usually come to Old Trafford, especially Italians, they're boisterous, and they had more there today, but they weren't fantastic for me. It's like they came and they sort of knew what was going to happen.
Just expected it, yeah.
They were sat there like Juventus was as the team. They didn't do much. The fans were expecting Juventus just to turn up today, their fans, and win. And it says it all really when they're coming down here and they're just turning up second gear and just walking over us. Like you said before, two shots on target. One was just an header from Pogba, and one was a bit of magic from Pogba outside the box. Nothing inside the box.
90 minutes, that's it.
So yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Lukaku there, and he's coming short for the ball. I'm like, why are you not in the box? You know what I mean? We're putting these crosses in the box, and there's no one there. It's like it's running around in circles. The only chances we create was for maybe Mata closing down. He nicked a few balls in the second half, and we put a bit of pressure on him and made mistakes from them. We didn't create jack. It was just a few sloppy mistakes from them because they were just in cruise control. That's all it was. We had no ideas going forward at all. Lindelof, man of the match. That was about it. And that's pushing it, right, at that. Because, like I said, they weren't really going at it tonight. Juventus, we were just up against. It just felt like a training ground game to them. That's what it felt like in the end, and that sorry state.
Listen, man. Thank you. Nice one.